You may have heard me as a guest on a few of the radio shows you enjoy. I own Tulsa Engine Warehouse, and I'm a proud sponsor of the GWOW Radio Network. Tulsa Engine Warehouse, also known as TEW Incorporated, was founded in 1997, starting from a small service shop in Arkansas, growing steadily over the last few years to now process hundreds of orders each day. TEW is a Primeline parts distributor servicing over 2,000 dealers nationwide. And with a large retail and landscaper customer base, we are able to acquire large volume discounts and pass the savings along to you, the customer. We offer quality parts at discounted prices on a variety of major lawn and garden lines such as Briggs & Stratton, Kohler, Tecumseh, Honda, Kawasaki, Murray, MTD, AYP, Husqvarna, Sears, and many others. With our automated warehouse and enterprise accounting systems, we are able to quickly and efficiently process your orders. We are centrally located in Oklahoma and have over 25 satellite warehouses across the United States to help ensure that the parts you need are available quickly. By supporting Tulsa Engine Warehouse, not only are you getting a great deal, you are supporting the GWOW Radio Network and its mission. So remember to visit www.brokenmower.com the next time you need repair parts.
Come on in. Let's take a ride. You are listening to the GWOW Radio Network.
The GWOW Radio Network presents
I'm fine with bands.
Opposing the Matrix.
Christian Pulse Radio.
Diffusion of the Delusion.
Coming soon, Mower Man Radio.
Oh.
This message was brought to you by GWOW Radio.
Tired of the same old ride? Get ready for Diffusion of the Delusion Radio.
All podcasts of the GWOW Radio Network are created under a Creative Commons license.
Welcome to Diffusion Illusion here on the GWOW Radio Network, and I want to welcome you to the broadcast. If you're listening live, if you're listening in the archive, amen, we're glad that you are with us. Hopefully the sound is okay in my voice. We will get a sound check in the chat room pretty soon, but I can adjust that pretty much. We got an exciting show tonight, guys. Yeah, I've been kind of flighty in and off the air here lately. So much going on. It's our busy season, so we're trying to get it all together. But if you didn't listen to the night before last, we had John Baptist on. That's amazing, an amazing time that we had. We went for almost 4 hours. Tonight we've got a wonderful guest. You probably are familiar with Stan Deyo and some of his work. If you ever want to know what's coming, Stan knows a lot, and we're going to talk about a lot of those things. And without further ado, I'll welcome him on. Stan, have I got you? Hello, Stan. I don't think Stan's hearing me. Let me send him a message. I've got him, but no sound from him, so let me hang up and try this again. I'll just start another song so you don't have to wait around for it, but it might be some kind of glitch that we got going on. Everything's working on my end, I believe. Give me a sound check in the chat room, guys. And let me try Stan again. He's not muted on my end, so I'll hang up and call him back. Okay, let's try him again. Okay, well, hopefully we've got Stan on here. Stan, have we got you? Still no sound from Stan. Hold on just a second. We'll try it this way. I don't know what's going on with it, why we can't get that through. Not getting anything from him. Let me try it again. Here we go. Maybe we got him now.
All right, let's try that.
Hey, brother, we got you. I don't know. You know how Skype is, man. It's just playing with us tonight. The listeners could hear me, but they could not hear you, and I couldn't hear you. And I'm like, you know what? I said a quick prayer, and I told you to call me back, and I thought, you know what? That'll be fine. I'll call Stan, and
it'll work out, and it has.
It always has. Well, welcome to the broadcast, brother. It's been a while since I've talked to you. What's been going on with you?
Oh, this and that. Been a week of challenges, shall I say. We had a horrendous rainstorm here at the house, and our office is downstairs in the basement, and it's a type of rain that we hadn't seen in 15 years, and it flooded our basement, and we've got these air dryers and carpet people and everybody out here at the moment running around fixing the place, trying to put it back together.
Right. Man, don't
what
you?
A mess.
And it's. Well, I'm sure we'll get into this, but there's been crazy weather everywhere. As a matter of fact, I've been putting it off since last week. I have postponed a broadcast I was going to do every night, and something's came up to last night. I've got one eyelid is swollen shut from an allergic, some kind of allergic virus, or not virus, but some allergic reaction. I'm allergic to something in air, probably pollen or something, so I'm medicating it. And so I just canceled last night, but I'm going to talk about lightning and some of the crazy things that are going on with lightning. We've been watching it. There's lightning from cloud to cloud, lightning all the time. It just, the whole sky glows. Yeah. Jump on in here.
Yeah, we've seen them too here. I took a bunch of time-lapse photos.
Oh, I'd like to see those. My wife takes them too. We live close to the beach, so she'll go over, especially when the lightning's out over the ocean, and she'll get some good pictures when it's far away. But it's just, as I look at the world live lightning strike map, and it's just like pop, 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 pop. It's crazy. Like the whole atmosphere, the ionosphere is just energized, isn't it?
I know. It's really impressive. I'm just looking here. Can you take pictures or receive pictures on Skype?
Sure.
Well, I'll send you one of these in a second here while we're talking. But while you were talking about that eye thing, did you haven't been bitten by a mosquito in the last 2 or 3 weeks, have you?
No, not at all. That's the first thing I was thinking about because of West Nile and malaria and some of those things, and even the yellow flies here. We watch those here on the Gulf Coast. We get those, but I haven't been bitten by anything. This has happened ever since I moved to Florida. So there's some kind of pollen here. I'm from Tennessee, and I've traveled all over the United States, Canada, and Mexico, and I've never had allergies until I moved to Florida 8 years ago. So it's something. It's indicative, I guess, to this area. I battle it about 3 or 4 times a year. I'll have an eyelid swell up, and it'll be that way for 2 or 3 days, and I just wash it real good and keep it clean, and it'll finally go down.
Yeah, well, Holly and I got bitten by the mosquitoes with the West Nile. They make a real hard lump that stays there for days, almost a week and a half, and the doctor said that the only thing we could do is wait it out and take pills for the pain.
Man,
all of our joints and our fingers and
that's got to be just so debilitating, just from that little bitty bug.
I know. Well, it's like overnight. I have trouble walking upstairs because of the pains in my hip.
Oh man!
But anyway, we're taking pain pills the doctor has given, and it's.
Is there a meningitis type feeling with that also, or is it just mostly just in your joints?
If you get it, if your immune system doesn't handle it properly, you can get meningitis. You'll get a stiff, sore neck.
Oh man!
But we didn't get that. Holly's case is a lot less than mine because she's just got a constitution of iron. But
right.
Neither one of us got the meningitis side of it. My doctor's father got bitten out here, and he is having trouble even getting out of bed. So
Man,
that's
man.
how bad it is, just from the pain.
Well, God bless you. I'm glad that you're doing better now. We've been praying for you. I keep track of what's going on with you guys over on your website and listening to you here and there, and we keep you guys in our prayers. You guys do a lot of work. You do a lot of work for the body of Christ, and you're trying to wake people up to. Well, you know why you're trying to wake them up, but you're trying to wake people up, and that's what's important, because there's a lot of people that are asleep right now. I was just looking over your show images for the Night Possible Topics, and as a matter of fact, I put that link in our chat room. There's a fellowship room, guys. If you're listening and you want to join us at the fellowship room, you can do that by just putting in, just go to MixLR, mixlr.com, and type in GY Radio, and you can go right to the chat room, and you can listen live there too. We've got several ways you can listen. So if you guys, my wife's in there, and a bunch of others. So a lot of people like to fellowship and ask questions, and a lot of times, Stan, we get good questions from the chat rooms, don't we?
Yeah, we do, sadly, because I use my system audio to talk to you on Skype, so I can run it through my, processor that does all the manipulation of it. If I go into the chat room, I think I pick up your program or something as background.
Yeah.
So
Well, you could, if you ever wanted to do it that way, listen to somebody, you can probably mute it in the program. But don't worry about it, brother. I don't even have time. I can't watch the chat room. Okay. It's impossible for me to type and talk at the same time. It's like walking and chewing gum, brother. I can't do it. It just don't work.
Well, if you do get some message from the chat room that you see while we're on
sure.
air, and they've got questions, we'll try to address them. So I'll leave that up to you.
Right.
I've sent you over 3 or 4 pictures which are transferring.
Let me see.
Looks like they're big, so some of them will take a few minutes, so you can look at it later.
Yeah.
But now, you were talking about weather, and it has been getting worse and worse all over the planet. Very weird. This year, as you know, has been more like almost no spring.
Right.
A false start and then a spring, and it's been hot in a lot of places. And if you go to my show images page, the top right-hand image, top row right-hand image, where it says SST anomaly NOAA. If you look at that picture has shades of yellow up to orange to red, with some blue up to dark blue. Now, the yellow up to dark red indicates a change in the sea surface temperature that is anomalously high over the last 30-day average, the mean average they compare it to.
Mm-hmm.
Now, this is important because these dark red areas going down to orange tell you that those areas over the ocean are unusually hot. And I've been following this now most of the year, watching the effects of this El Nino, which is what's causing that. And all the red you see up off the west coast of the United States, even from the Baja up to Canada and up to Alaska, that red is not normal for an El Nino.
Mm-hmm.
What you might expect in an El Nino would be the equatorial region, that long, wide band of red or orange.
Right.
That would be anomalous temperatures that you'd see. But what we're seeing here is producing moisture in the air, boiling it up on the west coast. And I think it's bypassing, like places like Washington and Oregon, and they're getting drought and forest fires in that area.
Mm-hmm.
As you know, California's starving for water.
Yeah, they're getting the lightning, but they're not really getting the water.
That's right. So the storm is brewing up to high altitudes where you get these huge potential differences in lightning. And what happens is it blows right on over the Rockies and starts to drop there and further eastward into the New England states and some down in toward Florida. Now watch Colorado and Florida, in the news over the next month or two, and you'll see an increase in lightning strike reports in those areas. Those are the 2 hot spots of the United States for lightning normally. So we're thinking that this extreme heat off the coast is going to boil these clouds up. They'll flow up toward the Rockies, and they'll hit air coming down from the Canadian colder zones, the higher latitudes, and this will cause condensation. Now, we had hail and rain on Monday night that was just like it was only about 1.25 inches or so in our area, but it came so rapidly in such, just a few minutes, that it absolutely swamped the place, stopped traffic everywhere. and it's the hail tells you it was very high altitude, cold weather system that produced the precipitation and the ice. And here we are in the middle of the, well, last half of the summer, I guess, and it is unusual weather, which